Well, now it's time to loot with an non-stop day. It's safe to say we'll have some fun today on Geek World Radio.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Geek World Radio. So on this episode, we are taking on the epic question of iron versus steel.
That's right, anime. The first two big superhero blockbusters of the summer are going to be Iron Man 3 and Man of Steel. And so we decided, we need to predict who might do the best out of these two movies, because they're probably going to be the two biggest movies of the year when it comes to moolah. You know what I'm saying?
Very likely.
And so we decided the best way we would discuss this is through
debate.
That's right. So we didn't want to choose, am I going to do Man of Steel? Are you going to do Iron Man? I don't know. So we decided the only way we could do this, because we're excited about both movies, is by random. We're picking out of a hat, anime.
We are.
All right, let's do this. Oh, yeah. Totally random. That's right. Random hat. Boom. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Look at yours. Okay, you ready? Show the audience. Boom. That's right. Time to master debate. Let's do this. Alright, now that we picked it, let's go. First off, Iron Man 3. This is why I think Iron Man 3 is going to be the biggest superhero movie this summer. Number one, Marvel's been kicking butt. The Avengers made more money than anything. It's the third highest grossing domestic American film of all time. And that was last year. It's riding the wave right into Iron Man 3. Robert Downey Jr. is the biggest star of the Marvel Universe right now. It's going to be huge.
Well, that might be true, but even Superman Returns, which sucked, did really well. It was one of the top grossing movies of 2006.
It's so true, anime, but the problem with Superman Returns was the fact that it made everyone really wonder, is Superman really the superhero for this age anymore?
I think what it made people wonder is, when can we get a good Superman movie? And you know what? From the looks of it, Man of Steel is going to be that awesome Superman movie.
You really think, anime, that Man of Steel is going to reach the heights of, The Dark Knight?
It might, but do you really think that Iron Man 3 can recover from Iron Man 2?
That's a good point, anime. However, I have to say that I think Iron Man 2, everyone sort of now accepts the fact that that was a setup for the Avengers, and we already know Shane Black, Robert Downey Jr., everybody's already stated that it's going to be its own individual film. It's going to be like a Tom Clancy-esque film. I think people are going to be excited to see, kind of where it goes, and also how it ties into the Avengers. I think people want to see that.
Yeah, but don't you think people will be wondering where are the rest of the Avengers? I mean, Superman is going to be an origin story again. It's going to take it back to the beginning, but not only that, it's still going to have villains that people recognize. Zod is one of the huge villains of the franchise.
But do you really think that just, taking the tiny red shorts off of Superman is really going to make it so that people really want to see him again? Do you think, I don't know. I'm afraid that we live in an age now where people like the superheroes with problems, And Superman, he's always been the golden boy. He's always been the guy who's kind of been above that.
I mean, did you see the previews? He was a kid crying in a closet. Mommy had to help him.
That's a good point.
He's got problems. He has problems just like the rest of us, and his dad is apparently telling him to let all these kids die or something. I mean,
Okay.
He's got big problems.
True, he does have, true, yeah.
What was I supposed to do? Just let him die?
Maybe.
But at the end of the day, have you seen the CGI for the Iron Man 3 budget? I mean, I gotta say, the only thing I'm worried about is Ben Kingsley seems a little weird as the Mandarin.
Yeah, well, did you see Henry Cavill carrying a giant door to a safe? I saw that.
I gotta say, overall anime, listen, the beginning of May is always when Iron Man comes out. It's when the Avengers came out. It's like people are ready to go. It's like when people know, voting time is in November, they know first week of May is Marvel time. And I think Iron Man 3 is just gonna kick butt.
Yeah, but Man of Steel, it's going to be, in the summer. Kids are going to be, out of school. People are going to be, home. They're going to have the time to go to the movies. Plus, there's people in the movie like Russell Crowe. There's Lawrence Fishburne. There's Amy Adams, Diane Lane. The amount of amazing people that are in this movie is just, it's incredible.
Do kids even know who Superman is anymore, though?
Of course kids know who Superman is. Everyone still knows who Superman is worldwide. Plus, this is the kind of movie that parents are going to want to bring their kids to. You know, like, if you've watched the previews, sure, there is some violence, but it's not the kind of, explodey violence in the same way that Iron Man is, which, some parents like something a little more. They like their golden boy.
I don't know, though, Anime. I feel like the trailer, it's like, what is this, like a Terrence Malick film? It's like, what's going on, like, kid run around in a cape and stuff like that? Like, is this going to be another, like, feelings Superman? Is it going to be like that? Is it going to be like we're going to hurt his feelings?
I think it's pretty clear that, maybe as a kid you can hurt his feelings, but there's something more stoic about the adult Superman after he gets off that fishing boat.
Also, Anime, you also got to remember, I think the other reason Iron Man 3 is going to do better is people want to see, like, what's the end scene going to be about, right? Is it going to be leading to Thor, the Dark World, that comes out in November? Is it going to be leading into the Guardians of the Galaxy, which everyone hopes because of that, Tony Stark spacesuit? Is it going to be something setting up the next Avengers movie?
Well, sure.
Or Captain America movie?
Well, sure, but, then if you're just going to see it for that last scene, then you could just go to some other movie and then come in at the last, couple minutes to make sure to catch that scene.
All right, guys, what do you think is going to be the biggest superhero movie of this summer? Is it going to be Man of Steel, like Anime says, or is it going to be Iron Man 3, like I say? Now, real quick, devil's advocate now. I'm really excited for Man of Steel. I really think the fact is that Superman can come back in a big way. I think Zack Snyder's the guy to do it. However, that being said, Iron Man's got everything going for it. The Avengers was like the biggest thing ever.
Right.
It's got new blood now that Shane Black is doing it. I mean, I gotta say, it's been looking pretty good.
I think that both movies look absolutely fantastic, but, could be the Wolverine.
Could be Kick-Ass 2, maybe, probably not.
Yeah,
Could be Thor.
Could be Thor.
Okay, guys, what do you think is going to be the biggest superhero movie of the year? Is it going to be Iron Man 3? Is it going to be Man of Steel? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, if you want to hear us debate what's going to do better, the Wolverine or Thor 2, also let us know. And on top of that, if you guys would like to listen to our radio show, we're on every week on Indie 100 and The Point.
Plus, you can get in touch with us by sending us an email to geekworldradio@yahoo.com and checking out our website, geekworldradio.com.
This summer, Iron versus Steel. Bye!
Well, now it's time to hoot with an non-stop day. It's safe to say we'll have some fun today on Geek World Radio.